Consumed by rage and desire for vengeance, Akoni imprisoned Shalewa in the secret chamber. The once joyous princess now wept for her lost freedom and the treacherous path her father had chosen. Little did Ajimobi know that his greed had cost him not only his daughter's happiness, but also the peace of his kingdom. Upon a time, in a very far and distant kingdom called Oluoja, lived a powerful and prosperous king named Ajimobi. The reign of Ajimobi was marked by wealth, abundance, and prosperity, and his subjects admired him for the bountiful lands he ruled. However, the king's insatiable greed and desire for more riches knew no bounds. Ajimobi had a beautiful daughter named Shalewa, whose beauty was said to rival the splendor of the sunrise. Shalewa was the joy of the kingdom, and her laughter echoed through the palace corridors like the sweet melody of a songbird. Many suitors from neighboring kingdoms sought her hand in marriage, but the king, blinded by his greed, dismissed them all in the hope of securing a union that would bring even greater wealth to his kingdom. One day, on a cool evening, a stranger named Akoni arrived at the kingdom. Akoni was a wealthy merchant from a distant land, and tales of his immense riches had reached Ajimobi's ears. The king saw an opportunity to fulfill his insatiable desires, decided to offer his daughter's hand in marriage to Akoni, hoping to amass even greater wealth through the union. Akoni, intrigued by the offer, agreed to marry Shalewa. However, little did the king know that Akoni harbored a deep-seated grudge against him for a past injustice he had done to him years ago. The merchant's true intention was not to gain a wife, but to seek revenge on Ajimobi for a betrayal that cost him dearly. As the wedding festivities began, the air in the kingdom was filled with music, dance, and laughter. The celebration was grand, with the people rejoicing in the union of their princess to the wealthy stranger. Unbeknownst to the king, Akoni's sinister plan was set in motion. After the lavish ceremony, Akoni and Shalewa departed for his distant kingdom. As they journeyed through the thick forest to Akoni's village, Shalewa sensed an air of mystery surrounding her husband. Akoni, however, remained charming and kind, concealing his true intentions behind a facade of generosity. Months passed, and the once joyous princess began to feel a sense of longing for her homeland. She missed the familiar faces, the warmth of the sun on her kingdom's soil, and the comforting embrace of her family. Unbeknownst to her, Akoni had strategically isolated her from her roots deep within his kingdom. One day, as Shalewa explored the palace grounds, she stumbled upon a hidden chamber. Fascinated, she entered only to discover a room filled with the relics and artifacts from her own kingdom. It was then that the truth unfolded before her eyes. As Akoni revealed his true identity and the vendetta he held against her father, King Ajimobi. Consumed by rage and desire for vengeance, Akoni imprisoned Shalewa in the secret chamber. The once joyous princess now wept for her lost freedom and the treacherous path her father had chosen. Little did Ajimobi know that his greed had cost him not only his daughter's happiness, but also the peace of his kingdom. News of Shalewa's captivity reached the ears of King Ajimobi, who was devastated by the consequences of his actions. Tormented by guilt, the king went on a perilous journey to Akoni's kingdom, seeking to rescue his beloved daughter and undo the damage wrought by his insatiable greed. The journey wasn't an easy one, as he faced fraught of challenges, but as fate would have it on him, along the way, unknowingly, he met a powerful old woman whom offered him guidance because he had helped her with her firewood. As Ajimobi approached Akoni's kingdom, he was met with a formidable army and the merchant himself, who revealed in the king's despair. However, the powerful old woman he met on his way gave him a portion that would help him win the battle with Akanni. A fierce battle ensued, both physical and metaphysical, as the forces of good and evil clashed. Ajimobi fought valiantly, fueled by a newfound determination to undo the wrongs he had committed. In the midst of the chaos, the spirit managed to free Shalewa from her captivity, and father and daughter were joyously reunited. Witnessing the transformation in Ajimobi's heart and the strength of the love between father and daughter, the power of the old woman intervened to dispel the darkness that had clouded Akanni's heart. As the merchant witnessed the consequences of his vengeful actions, he too felt the weight of remorse. In a moment of clarity, Akanni chose to relinquish his quest for revenge, realizing that perpetuating hatred would only bring more suffering. The spirit, moved by his change of heart, bestowed mercy upon him, granting him an opportunity for redemption. The once divided kingdom now stood united as Ajimobi, Shalewa and Akanni worked together to rebuild what had been fractured. The people, having witnessed the transformative power of forgiveness and peace, embraced a new era of unity and prosperity. King Ajimobi, humbled by the lessons learned on his journey, vowed to lead with wisdom, compassion, and a newfound appreciation for the true treasures of life. The once greedy king had found peace through the love for his daughter and the strength of his people, and the mercy of the spirit who guided him on the journey. And so, the tale of Ajimobi, the greedy king, became a legendary story passed down through generations, a cautionary tale of the consequences of unchecked desires.